Instead of going through the next hall and into the submarine bay, they took the side passage and cut up and back toward the command center. There were two more of the Scythers. Scythers? Scythers like the Pokemon? Hold on. Fucking... Scythers. Can't even just call them slashers. No, Scyther. The Pokemon. Fucking... Okay, get that uploaded to OneDrive. Alright. Scythers. Because I guess that's just what we're doing now. What are we gonna call the Leapers? Fucking... Glameow? I don't know. Okay. There were two more of the Scythers. These directly in the hall, same lost movements blocking the way. But as soon as he touched one with the plasma cutter, both of them attacked. Harmon turned and, wailing, fled back down the hall. Altman cut the legs out from under one, but couldn't get the weapon around before the other was on him. Its scythes wrapped around him and drawing him in, its mouth pressed to his neck, and tearing at it, making a moaning sound. Please imagine all of this happening with the Pokemon Scyther and not the slashers from Dead Space. Because apparently, that's what the book wants us to do. Like, someone proofread this, right? Someone familiar with video games who would know that Scyther is the name of a Pokemon? I'm sure Nintendo doesn't have, like, a fucking trademark on the name Scyther, but, like, you're bound to get somebody like me who loves Scyther. Scyther is literally my favorite Pokemon. Who's gonna read this and be like, wait, Scyther? Hold on a minute. The scythe wrapped around him, drawing him in. Its mouth pressed to his neck and tearing at it, making a moaning sound, the neck burning as well from whatever fluid the dead mouth was secreting. He cut into its chest and through its torso and its legs fell off, but the top half of it continued to cling. The other one, legless and all, had dragged itself forward by its sides and was trying to climb up his legs. He tried to pull the head off the first away, tried to drag it off his neck, but couldn't. The cutter was still trapped. He held down the button and brought it up, carving slowly into the creature's torso, then over to the side to cut off one of the sides. From here, he could shake it off, then stomp both it and its companion out of existence. He stumbled back down the hall until he found Harmon. "Come on," he said tiredly, "let's go." He didn't have the authorization to open the command center door, but Harmon did. The command center was clear, empty inside, perhaps because the marker was there just above it. He went over to the console and found what he was looking for. He entered the sequence in, found himself locked out. He entered it again. Override? Y/N, the holoscreen asked him. Why? Enter authorization code. Harmon, he asked, do you have an authorization code? Why, said Harmon. What do you want it for? I don't want it, said Altman. The marker does. After a brief pause, Harmon gave the code to him. He entered it. Immediately, an alarm started to sound. Flooding sequence will begin in 10 minutes. Cancel sequence Y/N? What did you do? Shouted Harmon. N. The countdown began. Sequence can be canceled at any time by pressing N. Harmon was screaming behind him. What are you doing? He was shouting over and over again. Altman grabbed him and shook him. I'm sinking it, he said. Harmon had a hurt look on his face, seemed ready to melt into tears. Why? He asked. To protect the marker, lied Altman. It was down there for a reason, to keep it safe. And to kill these creatures, I promise you, Harmon, this is what needs to happen. You have to stop the countdown, said Harmon. No, said Altman. Then I'll stop it, said Harmon. No, said Altman, holding the plasma cutter up near his face. You're coming with me. Either that, or I kill you. Okay, I think I can take Scyther off the screen now. Thank you, Scyther, for being a visual aid for how fucking weird that last paragraph there was.